Welcome to the AI for Everyone podcast. This is an AI microtraining brought to you by Blazing Academy. Today, my focus, my goal here is to make your life easier. You want to automate some tasks, some of those things that are just frustrating or a complete time suck? We're going to solve that problem today. My name is Harrison Painter, your host, and I am going to answer 5 questions, count them 5, about the Convergence AI platform. And then I'm going to do a walkthrough of the platform and give you a couple of use cases that you can start applying right away, right when we're off this podcast. So let's talk about it. So what is convergence and why should you care? Especially when we're in a sea of so many platforms. I'm not going to list them all here. I've listed those before, but I'm sure you're using more than one at this point. I'm sure you're using ChatGPT. You're using Gemini, even if you don't realize it when you do a Google search. You're using Copilot if you're in Microsoft, which is still part of ChatGPT. So I understand it gets very confusing and there's so many tools out there. But Convergence is cool because it does some of the things that ChatGPT does at their $200 a month plan, and you can get started here for free and actually use some of these powerful agentic AI type of tools and get a better understanding of what that is and what that means. Welcome to Convergence AI. Think of this as kind of just an AI general agent, if you will. It's really getting into the world of agentic AI. I'll explain more of that later, but it's truly just an AI powered tool that automates tasks based on a prompt. How cool is that? So think of it as just a digital assistant that it can go out and do research for you. It can do design audits, price comparisons, sentiment analysis, and quite a few more things. I'll be getting in the platform here and showing you some examples in the last half of this video. And unlike a traditional AI chatbot, it does more than just answer your questions. If you go to blazing.org right now, we do have an AI chatbot on the website, and that's more of what we would call a custom GPT. It's a fine-tuned model that's designed to answer your questions based on what Blazing does. So AI trainings and workshops and those type of things. So it's very specific, but you have to ask it a question and it's going to give you an answer. This system does so much more than that because it doesn't just respond to your questions. It actually goes out and takes actions on your behalf. And here's the biggest selling point of this, because I know if you're like me, I'm not a tech savvy guy. Everybody thinks I am, but I just understand how to use the tools. You can bring your wisdom again to the table and understand how to use the tools, how to automate things that you need to get done. And this is a super easy way to do that without having to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to create AI agents to get some of this more mundane stuff done for you, because you want to focus on those bigger priorities. So this is a tool that is absolutely worth your attention. Question number 2 is, how does this work? How does Convergence AI work? Now, I'm not going to get too technical with you, but I want to explain proxy. It works through a proxy. So basically you prompt something and it goes out and completes a task, and it completes this task through a proxy. Now, all that means, you've probably heard this term politically with the Ukraine war. People call that a proxy war between the United States and Russia. But to put it in non-political terms, or something a little more fun to talk about, think of it as you want a cookie out of the kitchen really bad. Cookie! But you don't want to get up off the couch. So maybe you ask your spouse, your little brother, somebody to go get that cookie for you and bring it back, and they do it. Well, that person who's bringing the cookie, going and getting it and bringing it back, that's a proxy. So that's all that term means. So once prompted, the AI agent goes out and it operates through this proxy view, which I'm going to show you when we jump into the platform. And it will show you each one of these steps in real time that it takes. And if you nerd out like me, it's really cool to watch it work and to see everything that it goes through. So it's automation with oversight, and it gives you both efficiency and control as you're using these tools to automate and make your life easier. So question number 3 is, what makes this better than other AI automation tools that are out there? Well, first and foremost, you don't need any coding skills or any tech skills. You just bring you to the table, some very basic navigation, and it just couldn't get any easier. It really couldn't. And number 2, unlike ChatGPT's operator, which is $200 a month right now, it's free. Let's look on the website here. So basic access is totally free. Users can explore what Proxy can do with 5 sessions every day, 2 parallel sessions, 1 automation. And if you find that you like it, it's like everywhere else, $20 a month. And there you get unlimited sessions. You get 5 in parallel and 20 automations. And what that means is you can run more than 1 automation at a time. That's another really cool feature about this, and I'll show you more once we jump in the platform. Question number 4, what are some practical use cases for using Convergence AI? Well, first and foremost, the way I use it, where I found the most value, is in going out and getting news for me and then summarizing that news. Now, here's why it's valuable for me compared to other platforms. The old way that I used to do it before Convergence, I would wake up at 6:30 in the morning. I would go into Google News or other platforms and find all the big news that happened, overnight or that morning that's being released. Then I would have to take those links or copy and paste into Google Notebook LM or ChatGPT, get the summary, get the bullet points, and then I would start evaluating, 1, what I need to learn for that day, and 2, what might be a good podcast or video training based on all of that content. Well, that process would take me an hour, hour and a half, maybe sometimes even a little bit longer than that, depending on how much news is out there. With Convergence, I can set a task every morning at 6:30 a.m., every evening at 6:30 p.m. Go out there, get me the top news stories, summarize them for me, and have them ready to go. Now when I wake up at 6:30 a.m., boom, I just saved an hour and a half. Everything's right there for me. We can always make more money. We can't make more time. That's why all of this automation is so amazing. The second thing you can do is website design audits, SEO audits, things like that. Kind of put your own rubric in it, have it score it based on that. I haven't used Convergence for that yet. I have used other AI tools. I just did an AI SEO audit on my personal website and on the Blazing website. That's interesting, right? We're trying to figure out what this new world of SEO looks like. So I'm making sure that we're ahead of all those trends. So these are all things that I think will be very valuable for each and every one of you, because if you have a website, a business, anything that you're doing, these are things that you can score and figure out little ways that you can improve on it every week, every day, every month, every quarter, whatever that means for you. Another cool feature is price comparison in shopping. So I'm going to actually show you an example of that here shortly. That's a lot of fun. And sentiment analysis. If you want to kind of get the feel for people and what they're thinking about, maybe you're a big company and a piece of news or an article that you posted, maybe it's a topic in social media and you kind of want to feel the sentiment for what's going on around it before you jump in a conversation or make a post or do anything. Lord knows that I've jumped in some conversations I probably shouldn't have in my career. So that's a really cool feature as well. As we take this quick tour, you are going to notice the simplicity. I mean, it is completely brilliant, the amount of work you can get done and as simple as this user experience is. So you don't have to be intimidated. You're not going to get confused. It's very easy. It's just beautiful. I love it. So you'll notice first thing that stands out, of course, is your prompting box. So that's where you're going to type in your prompts. The green arrow here is your submit button once the prompt's in. You'll notice some templates down here in case you're kind of struggling with ideas or concepts, how to use it. These are great templates to get you started. You can show more, show less. You can shuffle them for more ideas. So that's very, very powerful as you were just experimenting and playing around with it. When you go over here on the other side, if you have this is where all of your prompt sessions will be listed. Right now, I started a clean version, so you would see exactly what I see when you sign up for this. And then there's this little thing if you want to move that kind of box out of the way, if you want an even cleaner workspace and don't want to see all of that. So let's start with our first concept. Let's just say that I want to go out there and look up the top 10 Google trends over the last 24 hours. That's what I want it to do for me. So go out and find that. We're going to click the green arrow button there. And what you're going to notice is the proxy is now activating. It's going to walk you through step by step what it's doing. That's what this box is. Now, this box over here is your proxy box. So the AI is going over and doing the task for you over there on the right-hand side. And you'll see right here, proxies view. And here we go. It is going through. So it Googled Google Trends. And let's just see what all of this does and how quickly it does it. So I'm not going to speed this up. I normally would just because I want to respect your time, but I do think it's important for you to see in real time how fast this is going, because it's only going to get faster as we continue down this path. This is the worst it's ever going to be. So you can see now it walked through going to Google Trends, the headlines, and now what's trending now, and it's looking for what has happened here over the last 24 hours. And just like that, we have our Google Trends. And this is where they came from. So you can check for accuracy. How cool is that? Now, what if we wanted to automate this task? So what we're going to do here is we'll give the automation a name. So these are Google Trends Daily, we'll call it. Select start date and time. So we want to start this for tomorrow. And let's just say we want these to come in to us at 8 a.m. A lot of you I know start at 8 a.m. in your workday. Maybe you want to do it at 7:30, 7:45 before your stand-up meetings, things like that. And then you want to put in your time zone. So for me, that's Eastern Standard Time. Now I'm just going to click this Create Automation. And there we go. So tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., I will have an automation of my Google Trends top 10 for the day. And it's that simple. Now let's perform a website design audit. You might want to do this if you are making tweaks to your website. Maybe you want to do this quarterly just to see how your website's doing, the little tweaks you can make. Look, we should always be trying to make everything that we have better, more optimized, more efficient. And this is a great way to do it. And I'll show you how you can automate this as well. Now, you can start with something as simple as just perform a website design audit, and then you can copy and paste your website, a competitor's website, anybody's website into this for an audit. If you're looking at competitors, you can compare where you are with them. You can do e-commerce websites. So all kinds of really cool things to get data on. Now, for the sake of not embarrassing anybody, I'm going to grab my website here, and we'll just copy and paste that in there. And you could actually run this as simple as this. And the result you're going to get is pretty cool. I ran a test on it. But we're going to take that up a notch. We are going to create a rubric, something in a way that really helps it score the way that we want it to. Now, I designed most rubrics that I have over in ChatGPT. So that's what I've done here. You can just ask it to design a scoring rubric based on best practices if you don't know what those are. If you do know what those are, or you have some added things, of course, you can add them into this rubric. You can have them added into the scoring system and all of that. So in this case, I just created a basic one based on best practices. It created its own scoring system, and we can use that. So we'll copy and paste this, and we'll go over here inside of Convergence, and we'll put that in here as well. So it has everything that it needs to perform this task. Now let's hit that little green arrow magic button and see what happens. All right, there you go. So everything's formatted nicely. The proxy is starting, it's opening. And if you'll notice right here, it's going to walk through the steps. Now, this will probably take about 5 minutes, so I will speed the process a little bit. So do know this is probably about a 5-minute thing, but There's nowhere faster to do this than that. And again, this is as slow as it's ever going to be. So right now it's going through the page, it's scraping it, it's looking at the navigation, it's looking at the design, it's looking at the accessibility, all of that. So let's let it do its magic, and then we will see. And I'm a little nervous what the scores are going to come out as.
Sam sparked the race, but the pace won't stop. OpenAI has secrets, more bodies might drop. Perplexity searching, Claude keeping pace. Sue knows the sound that powers this race. What? Many will fall, left in the grind. Jobs replaced, futures redefined. We'll save who we can, give them a chance. But once the foot drops, you'll miss this dance. What?
Now this is pretty cool, right? You can see every step that it's taking on your behalf, all the work it's doing right there. And here we have it, the website design audit report. Okay, I'm happy right now with these scores, 9 of 10, 8 of 10, 9 of 10, 7 of 10. So you can see it's running through all of those things there. And then it's giving you an overall score of 83 out of 100. So it's good, but I have plenty of room here for improvement. And now what I recommend is you can automate this task. So if you have marketing meetings, whatever that is, website design, every quarter, every month, every 6 months, whatever that is for you and your company, you can have this audit running, and then the report will just be there ready to go for that next major meeting that you have with an overall assessment. And this just saved you, I'm smiling ear to ear. It just saved you so much time. Okay, I know we're running over, but I want to show you one more really cool thing this can do. And let's buy something. Let's find the cheapest price and let's buy something. So find me the cheapest price on a dozen eggs that can be delivered to my house. And let's see what happens. So here we go. The proxy is activating my delivery location. It's asking my delivery location. We'll just put the city that I live in, Fishers, Indiana. Now it's searching the web through the proxy for me. Now again, I know this is all stuff you can do manually, but the power comes in with the automated task. So like my first example of getting those trends from Google, I don't have to do that every morning. In this scenario, I could find the cheapest price on eggs. I can order them or have this order it for me through the proxy. And then if I wanted these delivered every week, I could do that as well. And the AI would just go out, get the eggs, order them through my account, and they would be delivered to my door, and I would never have to do anything. So there we go. It's going to Market Wagon, which is an Indiana-based company that works with a lot of farmers. Now, I'm not going to waste your time on this, but I would have to sign in. We'll go through that process. It would sign me in, and then, like I said, it would go in, it would order it, put my credit card in, go through the whole thing. But I just wanted to quickly show you what was possible. And that is just the tip of the iceberg. Hopefully this created value for you. It showed you what's possible, what's coming. Again, this is very rudimentary. It's only going to get more sophisticated. It's going to be able to do more things. And again, I want to keep reiterating this. We can always make more money, but we can't make more time. And AI is giving us a gift, the closest possible thing to at least giving us the time we do have back, so we can get rid of the mundane task and really focus on those things that are most important to us. So I can't say enough how important it is to start with the foundations of learning prompting, learn how to prompt better, learn about how that works. If you're interested, we do AI workshops at blazing.org. Go visit blazing.org, and we have beginner workshops there. If you're already a master at prompting, we are working on intermediate workshops now, and I'll be hosting some of those. John Qualls host these workshops, and of course, Chris Daly facilitates these as well. I'm also working on a workshop on how to build AI agents, and we're going to be using tools like Cursor, Bolt, Relevance, and so on, where you can create more sophisticated AI agents. If your business needs AI agents, I am in process right now of recruiting a world-class team where we can come into your company, evaluate the tasks that you can automate, and I have the team that can build a lot of those for you, even at the very, very high end of the spectrum. And for the mundane tasks, most of it can be done through tools that I'm showing you right here. And of course, if you're a mid-sized or bigger company, you need an internal LLM, we can help you with all that too. So, well, that's it for me today. My name is Harrison Painter. This has been the AI for Everyone podcast. This is part of our AI micro training series brought to you by Blazing Academy. And until next time, keep creating, keep innovating, and keep up.
Learn it up, education unties. AI is coming, and you need this light. What? This is our anthem. We're pulling for you. We're blazing ahead, gonna see